You're in your 20s, and you're overwhelmed. Everyone says, figure out your life, but no one tells you how. And no, it's not about making six figures, building a startup, or living on a beach in Bali. If you want to know what actually matters in your 20s, this is it. So let's start with the most important thing people often ignore. You, not your job, not your degree, not your followers. You. This is the decade where the most valuable investment is understanding who you really are. What do you care about? What drains you? What makes you feel alive? Forget the pressure to have it all figured out. Instead, start collecting clues from your choices, your reactions, your patterns. Every experience is a piece of your puzzle. So if you're ready to stop drifting and start building, here are 6 things that actually matter in your 20s and how each one can shape the rest of your life. Chapter 1. Invest in self-awareness. This is the decade to figure yourself out. What drives you, what drains you, and what values truly matter to you. Not your parents' values, not society's expectations. Yours. Try different things. Jobs, hobbies, travel, relationships. Every experience is data. Journaling, therapy, meditation, they might sound cliché, but they're powerful tools for building internal clarity. Take solo walks, spend weekends offline. Ask yourself hard questions like, what does success feel like to me? Want some proof? Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks, didn't just stumble into coffee. In his 20s, a trip to Italy showed him how coffee could build human connection. And that insight became the foundation of a global brand. Or take Brené Brown. In her early years, she battled perfectionism, until journaling and deep self-reflection led her to a truth. Her real value wasn't in being flawless. It was in being real. And that realization, it became her life's mission. The bottom line, the more you know yourself, the better your life decisions will be. Chapter 2. Build skills, not just resumes. Forget job titles, focus on what you're actually learning. Communication. Writing. Public speaking. Leadership. Learning how to learn. These skills compound, just like interest. Even if you're flipping burgers or stuck in a boring admin job, there's still something to master. Show up with curiosity. In your 20s, you may not land the dream job, and that's okay. Because what truly matters is what you're learning while doing that job. Think of skills like tools in a toolbox. The more tools you collect, the more valuable problems you can solve later. That's how you become indispensable. Not because of your title, but because of your ability to get things done. Take someone who learns video editing at 23. Maybe it starts as a hobby. But 5 years later, that skill becomes the foundation of a content business, or helps them launch their personal brand. Or someone who writes newsletters in their spare time. That habit might seem random now, but one day it turns into a powerful asset. Building an audience, landing freelance work, launching a product. Even Jeff Bezos, he worked at McDonald's at 16. He learned systems and processes. That mindset helped shape Amazon years later. So, learn to type faster, organize your digital files, build anything. These habits stack up. Skills don't ask for permission. They quietly build leverage behind the scenes, and then one day, they open doors no degree ever could. So ask yourself, what skill, if you practiced it every day for the next year, would change your trajectory? All right, if you're still here, you're clearly not just scrolling. You're actually in this for real. So do me a quick favor. Smash that like button. It helps more people find this, and honestly, it keeps me hyped to make more. Now let's talk about something most people overlook: real connections. Chapter 3. Build deep relationships. You don't need a giant network. You need real, genuine relationships. Everyone says you should network. But let's be honest, most networking events, they're awkward. People hand out business cards, try to sound impressive, and nothing real comes out of it. But here's what actually matters. It's not how many LinkedIn connections you have. It's who picks up when you call, who would vouch for you, who trusts you enough to recommend you for an opportunity. That's the real network. Be genuinely interested in people. Help without expecting anything in return. And don't underestimate your peers. Some of your college friends, they might become your future collaborators. Real relationships aren't transactional. They're built slowly, through shared experiences, mutual respect, and genuine curiosity. It's that old friend who tells you about a job opening, that mentor who shows up when you're stuck, that ex-coworker who helps you get your foot in the door. And here's the truth. You can't fake this. You have to care. You have to show up. Give without keeping score. Take Tim Ferriss, for example. He said many times, the biggest growth in his career didn't come from followers, ads, or viral posts. It came from a handful of mentors and friends, people who helped him see his blind spots, connect to opportunities, and stay grounded when things got hard. So don't chase a huge network. Focus on 5 people. Be a great friend, a great listener. Support them when they need it. You'd be amazed how far just 5 deep relationships can take you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about who you know. It's about who knows you and actually wants to see you win. Chapter 4. Get comfortable with money. Money is a tool, not the goal. But if you don't learn how to use that tool early on, it will start controlling you. In your 20s, it's easy to make one of 2 mistakes. You either ignore money completely, or you become obsessed with getting rich fast. Both are traps. What you actually need. A healthy relationship with money. Think of money like a knife. In skilled hands, it can create something beautiful. But if you don't know how to handle it, it can cut you. You don't need to be wealthy right now, but you do need to learn how money works, because knowledge gives you freedom later. Start simple. Know how much you earn. Track how much you spend. Save a little. Even $20 a month makes a difference. Learn the difference between needs and wants. Avoid lifestyle creep. Just because you earn more doesn't mean you need a new phone or a bigger apartment. Most people go broke trying to look rich. Smart people, they build a buffer. That buffer becomes breathing room, options, peace of mind. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine started saving just $50 a month when she was 22. No pressure, no stress. She didn't touch it for years. At 30, she used that savings as a down payment for her first home. Not because she was rich, but because she was consistent. That's what money gives you, choices. And the earlier you start respecting it, the more freedom you'll have down the road. Chapter 5. Take care of your health. In your 20s, your body feels invincible. You skip sleep, eat junk, never exercise, and you still feel fine. But here's the truth. These habits, they're not just costing you energy, they're shaping your future baseline. You're setting the default for your 30s, 40s, and beyond. Health isn't just a bonus, it's your foundation. When people say health is wealth, they're not joking. Your focus, your energy, your creativity, your relationships, they all depend on how well your body and your brain are functioning. A foggy mind kills motivation. Chronic fatigue drains ambition. And poor sleep? It's like starting every day with a 30% battery. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need to hit the gym 7 days a week. But remember this. Movement is medicine. Walk. Stretch. Do bodyweight workouts. Dance in your room. Exercise isn't just about looking better. It literally rewires your brain. It boosts dopamine and serotonin. the natural chemicals that help fight off anxiety and depression. Mental health? It's not just for people in crisis. It's for everyone. In your 20s, the pressure is real. To succeed, to impress, to compare, and that can lead to stress, loneliness, even depression. Most people pretend they're fine until they crash. So take care of your mental health. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Journal when you're overwhelmed. Don't isolate. Talk to someone you trust. And yes, consider therapy. Not because you're broken, but because you're human. Even Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, at the peak of his success, struggled with depression. He said therapy saved his life. If he can prioritize mental health, so can the rest of us. Because taking care of your health isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about building the energy and resilience to go after the life you want. Chapter 6. Stop comparing. Start creating. You've probably watched dozens of motivational videos, saved those reels, read the quotes. Just start. Take action. Your time is now. But here's the truth. Consuming inspiration feels productive, but it's not. Watching someone else climb the mountain doesn't get you to the top. You grow by taking the first step, on your own. Your brain gets a dopamine hit when you see someone succeed, and that tiny rush, it tricks you into thinking you've done something too, but you haven't. There's a huge difference between watching a workout and doing one, between reading about business and building one, between saving ideas and actually acting on them. Why do most people stay stuck? Because action is scary, because action can fail. But that's the point. You apply for that job and get rejected. You post your first video and no one watches. You pitch your idea and they say no. Guess what? You still win. Because you learn, you improve, you get stronger. Growth lives on the other side of awkward, of messy, of real-world experience. Stop waiting to feel ready. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes from action. Take the course, apply for the internship, launch the channel, send the email. Do the scary thing. Don't just watch people live your dream. Start building it one messy step at a time, because you grow by doing, not by watching others do. So what is 6 things you must know to avoid wasting your 20s? Let's recap. 1. Invest in self-awareness. 2. Build skills, not just resumes. 3. Build deep relationships. 4. Get comfortable with money. 5. Take care of your health. 6. Stop comparing, start creating. Your 20s aren't about having it all figured out. They're about building the version of you who can. So don't rush to arrive. Explore, experiment. Fail, learn, adjust, repeat. Focus on what compounds. Self-awareness, skills, health, good people, smart money habits. Because here's the truth. The best way to win your 30s, 40s, and beyond is to take your 20s seriously, not with pressure, but with purpose. And hey, if you've watched this far, it means you care. And that's already a powerful start. If you've made it this far, you're clearly someone who's ready to climb. So go ahead, smash that like button, drop your thoughts below, and hit subscribe to keep moving up with us. This is Ladder Up, and we're just getting started. See you in the next one.